So let's continue on with module 2, which is the psychology. Let's discuss the theories that maximize focus. There is what you call the focus as a capacity theory. Okay? This is what you call the capacity theory. Ito po ang nangyayari sa brain natin kapag meron tayong information na ipaprocess. So when you have your focused attention, there are two types of the capacity theory. If you notice my presentation, it's all colored blue, pero between the two boxes here at the bottom, there's one box that is darker than the other. In capacity theory, when you have your focused attention, you would normally put more cognitive effort, extra effort, sa isang bagay at hindi mo yan maipagsasabay sa isa. Okay? So you put your capacity or you put your eggs more in one basket than the other. You put more attention in one activity more than the other. That is the one style of your capacity theory. Another style is what you call, you divide the attention between two items. You balance your efforts between two items. Madalas mangyari ito sa mga parents na kayang pagbalansehin ang attention sa anak at may ginagawa. Okay? May ibang mga tao, feeling nila na kaya nilang ma-divide ng kanilang attention between two things. Okay? That is what you call your capacity theory. So there are two styles. One is your focused attention, meaning you just put more cognitive effort in one task. May maiiwanang isang task, while the other version is the divided attention, where you balance your cognitive efforts between two items. So that's one style. Maaring ginagawa nyo na yan sa trabaho. Okay? Another is the bottleneck theory. If napapansin niyo po, ang bottleneck yung bote, no? Yung if you can see my example, hindi ko alam kung makikita niyo. Ayan. Ayan. 'Di ba mas maliit yung bibig ng bote. Pag tinaob niyo siya, hindi lahat aawas. Kaunti-unti. Kung ano yung mauna, yun ang lalabas. So that is what you call your bottleneck theory. So maraming sensory inputs, maraming information ang papasok. Pero ang attention lamang na lalabas ay yung whatever you choose to come out. Whatever information you choose to come out. That is your example of your bottleneck theory. Okay? So there are a lot of information, pero mafa-funnel din yan, liliit din yung pagdadaanan. And in most cases, the information that you want to come out or you fish or you prioritize to come out, yun lamang po ang lalabas. So pwede nyo rin pong i-process ang inyong brain that way. Marami kang ipaprocess, pero kukuhanin mo lang kung ano yung feeling mo kailangan mo. That is also similar to your selective attention theory. Okay, similar to your selective attention theory, where maraming information ang pumapasok sa inyo. Left and right. Okay, maraming information. But you buffer and you only choose what you think is needed. So other channel, you will process it. Okay, you filter it, probably based on what you need or what you want. Tapos, yung makukuha yung information, yun lang ang gagamitin nyo. That becomes your short-term memory. Uulitin ko po. Maraming information. If you see my diagram, there are a lot of your input, but you buff or you choose only, you filter only what is needed. Or sometimes you just choose only what you want to hear. Okay? I'll share with you why. Tapos, yung makukuha yung information, yun lamang inyong matatandaan. Yun ang tinatawag na short-term memory. Psychologically, ladies and gentlemen, moms and sirs, psychologically, yung huling information na sinasabi ng inyong mga kaibigan ang nare-retain sa memory ninyo. Maski sa pagbabasa sa messenger, maski sa pagbabasa ng messages, ang huling nare-retain sa inyo, yung huling tanong, yung huling information. That is normally what happens. And yun yung napupunta sa short-term memory ninyo. It is very rare, but it happens that a person who is actively listening, yung taong nakikinig talaga from start to finish, maaalala niya lahat ng pinag-usapan ninyo. Maaalala niya lahat ng instruction. Pero a person who is not actively listening, ang maalala lamang po niya ay yung pinakahuli mong sinabi. And that is why we commit mistakes sometimes. Ang naalala lang natin yung huling sinabi. That is also similar to the selective attenuation theory. Okay, alam niyo po yung attenuation. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung isang word ay attention. Pero ito, ang isang word natin ay attenuation. Okay, dali lang. Itong word po na ito ay attenuation. Ano po ang pinagkaiba nito? Okay. Ang attenuation, if alam niyo po yung sa speakers, there are, buttons that you increase and decrease. Okay. Attenuator po ang tawag dyan sa pad na yan, no? Sa maliit na board na yan. You only put attention to things that you want to emphasize. Yung iba, everything else, hihina. So when information comes in, you will only focus on what you think are important. Hindi lamang isang information, meron kang ifo-focus na mas malakas, meron kang ifo-focus na mas maliit, meron kang gagawin na mas malakas, i-prioritize mo, meron kang ilalagay sa background. And that becomes your shorter memory information as well. So the selective attenuation theory is more often done when you want to focus on everything, pero you kind of prioritize which goes louder and which goes more softer. Okay? So iba-iba po tayo ng pag-process ng information. Meron kang capacity theory, meron kang bottleneck theory, meron kang selective attention theory, or meron ka ring selective attenuation theory. I hope this makes sense. And I'm not saying that one person will adapt to one theory all her life. Sometimes she can or he can adapt other styles or versions. Case in point, mga kalalakihan, kapag ang asawa nila, okay, may inuutos, depende sa mood, okay? Kapag ang asawa nila may inuutos at medyo mainit ang ulo mo, siguro ang theory na gagamitin mo sa pag-process ng attention sa asawa mo ay selective attention theory. Ibig sabihin, pipiliin mo lang yung gusto mong pakinggan. Pero pag kunwari, medyo good mood ka at ready kang makinig sa kung anong sasabihin ng asawa mo, baka ang gawin mo ay capacity theory, babalansehin mo lahat na sasabihin ng asawa mo. That's an example. Okay? Minsan, ang mga anak, okay, hindi na narinig ang sinabi ng magulang sa umpisa. Ang naririnig na nila yung bandang huli. So baka selective attention theory na yun or bottleneck theory. Okay? Yung dulo na lang ang pakikinggan nila. Yun na lang ang iproprocess nila. That is also possible. Okay? And at work, pag medyo si boss high level, talagang very strict siya, maaring si boss, capacity theory nyo is yung balancing, what do you call this? The theory that you will probably most likely apply will be your, share my screen. Okay. The, what do you call this? Divided attention theory. Okay. Because you don't want to be missing out on any information. Okay. So I hope I've made sense. Please message me in the chat box. What is most likely the theory that you are practicing? What is most likely the theory that you are practicing? So you have what you call your capacity theory. There is the bottleneck theory, selective attention, and selective attenuation. Ayan, pili po kayo. What do you think is your most likely, what are you guilty of? Ayan, guilty of. Message me in the chat box. Okay, si Ma'am Margie, selective attenuation. Aba, this batch, maraming selective attenuation, ha? Last batch, I think selective attention yung madalas na practice nila. Well, hindi naman practice, nagagawa nila. Si Ma'am Sarah, capacity theory. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for all your feedback, everyone. Just keep them coming. So let's do a short exercise again. I hope everyone can see my screen. Let's do brain exercises. So ito, special practice ito on how we actually focus our attention. Okay? And how fast we do things. This is another practice. You might be doing selective attenuation or selective attention or selective or capacity, what do you call this? Bottleneck theory. Okay? Or you might be doing your capacity theory. All you have to do po is look for common items between two pictures. Okay? Spot the difference. So we will just do 3 exercises of this just for the sake of our activity and for the sake of time constraint. Okay? So please watch this. So try to spot 3 differences between the two pictures. So before we check any volunteers po ha, kailangan magsalita para ma-identify natin. Tingnan natin kung tama ang inyong answers. Ayan si Ma'am Angie Rose, I see you. Thank you for volunteering. Ma'am, sige, try natin.
Actually, ma'am, isa lang yung nakita ko.
Sige ma'am,
Yung
ano po?
sa baba po ng upuan, meron kasing maliit doon na parang, ito.
Ito?
Yeah, ayan po,
Yan.
yan lang po. Ang nakita ko.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you, Ma'am Angie. Ano pa po? Ano
Thank
pang
you po.
suggestion ng iba? Gamitin natin pula. Sir Francis, yes sir. Thank you for volunteering.
Kami yung pong back chair. Naka-angle po yung ano.
Aba, very good. Oo nga naman. Ay, pangit ang aking drawing. Wait lang po. Tama ka, sir, no? Ito, 'di ba? Ayan. Yung isa naka-angle, yung isa may kanto. Okay, ano pa? Si ma'am, what's that? May nag-message. Si ma'am Aprilyn? Ma'am Aprilyn, was that you?
Ma'am, yung sa cheeks po, yung lining po niya.
Tama, okay. Very good. Okay, yung sa cheeks, yung lining niya, no? Napansin niyo, isa blush, yung isa wrinkle. Okay, thank you everyone. You got it right?
All I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.